Hello, hello, hello. The new episode at Ecom Hub. I hope you can hear me well. I think it should be managed. So I will add the stream. Artūrs. Hey, Artūrs.
Hey everyone, hey.
You can hear me all good?
Yes.
It looks like some. So today topic: how to make 9 video ads a week for online brands, for e-commerce, for anybody who wants to make some success in e-commerce. And I think that's a huge topic. I would say this is the number one thing every e-commerce brand should do. So we want to go through exact system today, how it can be done, how to get there, what to do that. So Arturs, let's make as always some small introduction. Why they need to listen to us? Maybe you can start.
Yeah, so hi everyone again. My name is Artūrs Busš. I'm in Ecom Hub. I'm the guy who's responsible for all the ads that we are making, and I have been making ads for 5 years now. And we have learned a lot of things in these 5 years. Been working together with Gustavs very closely for the past 2 or 2.5 years, and we have gotten to some cool ideas. I think that took a long time for us to get there, and took a lot of clients to go through. I had my own agency. I worked in another 2 agencies, and now we've been working in Ecom Hub together for the past 2 years. And we have run. I would say I have run ads for like 200 plus clients. I counted one time. So anywhere from budgets that are very small to multiple hundreds to multiple tens of thousands a month. So I think I can share some things
Yeah,
that I learned.
I think Arturs is the best one who can share those things because, yeah, I remember that one moment I was coming from the swimming training at home, and then I understood that Arturs once told me that he really likes all this video stuff, and then we totally switched to that part that we are just building the system for building it. Before that, it was like an important task, but it wasn't like most important, like a one only task. And after that, I remember. So from my side, yeah, I have run, I have done a little bit of e-commerce too for the last, I would say, almost 6 years. I'm in this field, built some seven-figure brand right now, helping other brands to build their seven-figure brands and 8 figures. And yeah, I had fully switched from building systems and building results for one brand for my own to switching to helping that do for several brands and getting this experience from being in that side of the cash machine, I would say, and getting on this side. It's always for me easier because I can really challenge team. We can find some interesting solutions how to really deliver good service to our clients. So yeah. Um, why, Arthur? I think the first one for who this webinar will be, who would be, yeah, useful for this.
This will be useful for everyone who is selling anything online, because of course there are ways how to sell without content, without video ads. You need for 90% of the cases it's not the case. You need video ads. Almost every brand needs them, and you don't need just one new video ad or two a month, how it used to be before. Now you need, like how we are saying, we need at least 9 video ads each week. So that's quite a lot, and it will be useful for everyone who's selling. Marketing directors, copywriters, anyone that's inside the marketing team and people who hire marketing agencies and brand owners. So everyone pretty much.
Yeah. So if you are in this field, if there is some brand which you really love and it's doing good numbers, I would say 90% plus they are doing the good ads scaling strategy, because we are like going through many shops every Thursday, and always when we find some good big brand, we always find, like I would say, 200, 300, 100. Last week was 600 ads they are running in the same time. And for 600 ads, I think you need more than 9 ads in a week. But mostly, it's like it's some number we need to start. I think will be really interesting. We will show some three amazing ads, which we have made. I would say which has been made six figures to our clients. It's hard right now to put the exact data, because, as we know, the data is lying a little bit in the raw side. But yeah, from your teams, it's been there, and of course we will share one thing. Maybe we decided on the last moment that we will share, because that's some kind of the internal processes. So if you are an agency owner and you want to see how is the exact process for building ads looks like, you can copy that and steal from us, because yeah, that's nothing nothing bad. Um, yeah, and I think this topic is getting back to the this main thing, what's happening overall, this main idea that marketing is the testing. It's a fancy word for testing. I think Hormozy told that, and we 100% agree to that. Yeah, I think I think there is no doubt in our side that that's huge part of all those successes in online. It's the testing part. Artūrs. I think we have seen a lot of brands who is launching tons of ads every week, and if you as
Yeah.
a brand owner, if you are as a marketing understand that testing is everything, I think it's changed your when you understood that, when you changed this your thinking about, okay, we need to test.
I knew this. I have heard this like 3 4 years back when I started in marketing, even earlier. But I can say that I really understood it. I would say only the past year, like the last fall, maybe before last Black Friday, I would say. But really, I
Yeah.
understood it this year even better, because we had some real cases where a client comes in. We launched many ads for 2 months, and there are no increases. We are not getting any results. But we know we just need to keep testing, and the client still trusts us, and we'll keep testing. And on third month, we got it, and we scaled like crazy, like doubled or tripled the revenue, just because we tested enough and we found the right ads. And then I really like, and that was not like a small client, that was like a pretty big client with big numbers, and we tripled their business just by testing enough ads. And then I was like, okay, this testing, that's really it. And I had seen it on a smaller scale a lot of times before, but when I saw it on the bigger scale, when it goes like multiple six figures a month, then I really understood, okay, it's really just about testing and finding the angles and finding the creatives.
Yeah, I think when you talk about the fall, I would say after the Black Friday, last Black Friday, there started to happen many changes in all the cookies part, and there was so much changes on all this iOS. And in one moment, I remember that I was walking through the park, and the Yanis called me and he told me, "Hey, you know what? In the last test, broad audience win the targeted audience." And in that moment, we finally understood. Okay, finally this creators part came through. Finally, creatives is testing. Creatives is targeting. And when this happened, we totally understood. Okay, that what we was building for several years and trying to understand finally will work like 100%. And I think that's I'm like a business owner. I'm telling that you always has some kind of the dream what you think should happen in the business or in some industry where you are working, in any place what you are doing. There is always some dream, and we had this dream with the Artūrs to create a good and great ads, and when we saw that you can get results with really bad ads, it wasn't like a real dream for us happening. And after this changes, and right now what's happening with all those social platforms, that they are optimized by people behavior, and not for what like not only for what how much people are ready to pay. I think this has changed that you can't make six figures with one ad anymore. I think maybe we will get to the one pace when this will it can be done. I think maybe well, maybe 100, maybe 200, 300, but that's I think maximum. How do you think how much we can make today with a good ad approximately? The best scenario, it's like the dream.
I think you can still make for example, ad that makes, I don't know, 200, as you said, 300,000, for example, for 1 or 2, maybe 3 months. But I think that's really the limit. You can still do a lot. It's still Facebook. It's still really, really powerful. It still has a huge audience. It has not gone away, the power. But it's a lot difficult. Before, my friend had a business. He had one picture ad with one ad copy that brought in like several hundred K. And that was without any testing. Like he launched like three images maybe and one ad copy, and he did that. And it ran for I don't know, 6 months. No, even longer, like 9 months, something like that. He ran the ad, and yeah, I haven't seen anyone in the industry run ads for that long of a time. Some very, very few exceptions, but I think those are like videos that generate more brand awareness than sales.
Yeah,
Like really viral ones.
Yeah, so I think we are going back. Like it's not possible anymore. Make six figures. Like you can make for 2 3 months with some sales or with some activities. You can make those six figures, but it will die, and you will need to find. There was some clients who told me, yeah, but I have one picture ad and it's running and it's giving me great ROAS and I'm making a lot of money and everything is good. And then it's always the question, are you growing? Because if you are not growing, then your ads is not working, because ads should be not made because they have a good ROAS, but because you can grow the top line revenue from that. And if doesn't happen, that doesn't mean you have a small market, or that doesn't mean any of all this our marketing ego side of the things, but it means, yeah, you don't have enough tests. And yeah, you mentioned, Artūrs, that there is guys who is running picture ad, maybe some video ad, some simple things, and they work. And they are asking, hey, why we need to test something? Why we need to try to understand something from this? And what we can give them away that, I don't know, what kind of the scarcity we can build for them to follow the system, to follow the testing part, which we will cover a little bit like in the next um, how we can build the scarcity for them.
I would say that if you don't want to grow, then definitely you don't need to test. If one shitty ad is working for you, that's great. It shows you have a great product that people need, and yeah, it's great. But if you want to grow and you have only 1 or 2 ads that you're running that you have not like tested, they're just one of the first ads you have launched, they're generating money. That just shows how much money you are losing, because if you're already generating so much sales without testing any ads, it shows how huge is the opportunity. It shows that the market really craves your product, and it just gets it. The offer is really, really strong already. And if you put this creative testing system, these 9 new creatives, 3 new concepts every week that you are testing with creatives, you have so much room to grow, and there's just so much money you are losing, probably to your competitors. And,
Yeah.
yeah, you're just losing money if you're not testing. That's it.
Yeah, every ad is like the new sales guy who you take when you who you hire for work to test somewhere, and so you create three new sales guys every week. I would say, yeah, that would be the concept what you need to get on the plate, because if there's something is working and it's good getting some results, but you are not growing, that means if you could find a way how to explain the same thing for the different audience, or for with a different angle, or with different style, you can get more and more on that. Okay, so for the future, we what is the perfect scenario? How would all this ads creation part would look like? And yeah, let's start with the ended goal. How would look like the perfect ad creation system for future?
Yeah, I think the perfect system, what we have seen in the market, what the top companies are doing, and what we are implementing for our clients, is that there are two main ways your content is being made. One is you have an internal content team, you have a video guy, you have your internal marketing guys that write the scripts, and you just get actors from outside, and you have your studio, I don't know, or in your store, you shoot ads. You shoot both, like professional ones with high quality, or you hire an agency to do that. You shoot high quality ads, the ones that could be shown on TV, that the ones that really showcase like the brand, the how cool it is, how good it looks. And the other side is the unprofessional content, the UGC, user generated content. That's a huge part. For I would say for 80% of our clients, or even 90, these user generated content ads are beating all the other ads, and they are bringing in the most sales. They are for every brand, it's working better. And the best way, yes, one way is to create them in-house, or to hire an agency to do that for you. But what we see the most companies do, and what we are building right now for our clients, is content creator groups. So basically the idea is, for each, you have a product and you build around the product like a content creator group, where you bring in 20 to 30 to 50 content creators, the more the better, that are in your target audience. They look like your target customer, they speak like your target customer, they just look like the users of your product. And really important thing is that they know how to speak, how to shoot videos, and how to speak into the camera. That they're really confident, they have good speech, and they also know how to deliver the videos naturally. That they don't overdo them, and are not trying too hard so they look fake. So the key for UGC content is to make it simple. And you just have this group of content creators. You just give scripts to them, or you just give ideas. Hey, this is what kind of video we need, and you pay them per video basis. It's comparing to agencies. This is really cheap way of creating content. You pay $50 to $150 per video. $150 per video, you can get a really good one. For $50, you can get okay, but good content creators will ask you for 100 to 150, and you just produce videos like this. And you have two main ways. One is like more professional, when you shoot in-house or get an agency to do it, and the other one is the content group, and you just put these things together, and you have 9 or probably even more ads to launch every week. And another thing is also you have to think about pictures, because what we see right now is the trend is going back to pictures really huge. For some ad accounts, we do 50-50 videos, 50% pictures, but mostly it's like 70% video, 20-30% pictures. You still need a graphic designer and a guy who can take the pictures, and it also can be done by content creators, because you both need professional pictures with graphic design, and like user-generated content, non-professional lifestyle pictures. So this is the perfect scenario where you want to be in 2022, 2023 in terms of content.
Yeah, what is the content creator? It's like, I would say, the same as influencer, but without the audience. Because
Yeah.
when the influencer has audience, they are putting the price on, and you overpay for some things, but can be done for maybe not so professional guy, like not professional, but with so many followers, but they do better content in the end of the day. So you collect those guys, you put them in one group, you put them in one place where you, but what you didn't mention, what is really, really important, you know what's worked for your brand and you are giving them scenarios. So you are giving them exact things what should be shooted. And this is what we will show in the next step. We will show how we get till there. So we understand that, and we have a lot of live videos, so just go through our content and you will find a lot of things how to get there. So you just build those people. Then you don't need to hire them, you need to pay them per videos, and you just put them in one group, and I don't know, once in a week put out, okay guys, this is the new script, shoot them for me. Who can do that? And I don't know, 9 sign up, you pay them for the video. For the long term you can get really, really good price. And there is 2 apps I think we can give. I will give in the comments. Sorry, this is wrong like this. I will give it into the comments uh, 2 apps which is working too. Maybe you can talk more about those apps,
Yeah,
Artūrs.
this is where the industry is moving, and a lot of guys are creating these platforms where they have a huge number of content creators, small influencers that have maybe no followers or up to, I don't know, 10,000 followers, 5,000, really small ones. They know how to speak into the camera, how to shoot videos. They have been trained, and you just put, hey, in the platform, I need this type of video. An influencer applies, and you just pay them through the platform. And we are also doing this ourselves. We are building this system inside. We already have built it on a smaller scale for our clients. So we are kind of giving, our competitors, but there's just so much of this content is needed that the demand is so big that there's space for everyone, and we can really recommend. These guys are doing it great. We are learning a lot from them, and yeah, we are building this together.
Yeah, this was our last conversation. We are right now with Artūrs in Dubai, and we sit on my balcony. I'm living near to the Burj Khalifa right now, which is the tallest building in the world. And we was talking about that we are in industry where we don't need to afraid of not having enough work, because this industry is like huge. Everyone wants to go online. Everyone wants to shoot ads. Everyone needs some UGC content. So that's why we are sharing. We are not telling, okay, come to us and we will do that for you. No, we are really happy to give you just a value and you go and do that on your own, because we have enough things to do, and we just want to share that. So yeah, that's I think that's some kind of the new business mindset, when you not think only about yourself. So maybe let's jump to the system, because I think the main thing in your business is to find and create those scenarios for or the tasks for creators. This is the place where you can make, I would say, most money, because you as a team owner, or you need to have somebody on your team who is responsible for making those ideas work and understanding what works and what doesn't work. And from that you can put some tasks away and you can start give some value, not value, but give some exact tasks. Because I remember many years ago, I was dreaming that I will send my product to some influencer and he will make amazing content. And it didn't happen, like almost 0 times. It happened only with really big influencers, because they know a little bit more how those algorithms work and how that all do. But those small ones, those content creators as we call them, they are not gonna make a good content. So don't trust that they can deliver you. Just like I would say, put all the responsibility on yourself about content quality. I don't know, Arturs. Maybe I'm not thinking right, but I think that's the only way how to succeed in working with those content creators.
Yeah, I always prefer. I also tell that to our team that let's spend more time on script creation. Let's write out every scene, every little detail that we want them to show, so we don't have to complain afterwards that something was not done how we imagined it. We try to put everything exactly how we want it, and it takes more time. Of course, it's easier to just, hey, this is the product, shoot the video. That's like easier, and you want to do it naturally, but you just afterwards are disappointed with the result. That's what we have seen, and you can we have also tried not being so specific and trying putting just bullet points. Okay, first talk about this, then this, then this. Not putting exact words, and sometimes it could work better because it comes off more natural. But then you need a content creator that you know is really good at doing this, and yeah, this only works for like good content creators. For average ones, for 80%, 90% of creators, you need to create everything word by word what they need to do.
Yeah, so let's jump on, I would say, uh, some process how we get to those angles. If you want to know how to make those scripts, we had a few weeks ago live. So just go into our YouTube channel and find the live where we talked about that. But today we are talking about how to find angle, how to find the next idea for your advertising. So I think let's start. I will share my screen. Yes, it's on. So we can't show this system without showing all the plan we have when we start to work with a client. So let's start with this one, Artūrs.
I think actually when it comes to content creation, we can go through this. I don't think that we need to share the other ones. I think that's maybe for another episode because we can go
Okay,
really
okay.
deep into other ones. We can just go over them, show them quickly, but this one we can go deep into because this is like the main roadmap we stick to. And this is our
Okay.
process. If you do it internally for yourself, you some steps you won't need to do, but this is just what we need to do. So the everything starts onboarding is just where we get all the information, all the files, everything from the client. That's understandable, simple, and then the research. That's like we every month we spend more and more and more time on research. Before we try to launch really fast, even the first week or immediately the second week, we see that no, it's worth going slower. It's worth spending more times in the research because that after right now our goal is to launch in the when we sign a client, our goal is to launch after 2 weeks, so at the start of the third week. Before we did it at the start of the week 2, so we have pretty much added a week of research, a week of preparation, because this just brings better results we have seen. And of course, first thing is we see all the ads that have been run before. We analyze them, we see what angles worked, what creatives worked, what headlines worked, everything. We just pull it out. If you don't have this kind of data, then you cannot do that. But if you have, you can get so much information. You just have to know how to pull it out and how to categorize it, how to get really some conclusions.
Yeah, because
And
you can lose some kind of the angles into the old because we always forget things, and we just can go through and find a lot of angles which was working, but I don't know, in some case they didn't made it till the end, or they didn't made the best visual or the best copy, and you can upgrade that kind of the angle.
yeah, that's a big thing that we do. Client comes in. First thing we look at, okay, what can we use that's already has worked or has almost worked, and how can we improve that and launch again? And there's usually so much that we can pull out. The more money client can spend, the more we can use. And yeah, there can be made like you can double the business by just pulling out the last year's winning angles and just improving them. It's
And
nothing
putting
crazy.
in a right ad structure, and
Yeah,
giving possibility to for algorithm to scale them, because sometimes, yeah, there's so much ego in those targeting options that they have over targeted those things, and the algorithm just couldn't scale it because it was too narrow or there was a lot of details which hasn't been done right.
Yeah. And then the customer research is, of course, going everything that client has given, any surveys, any interviews with clients, anything like that. But let's be real, most of the clients haven't done that. So if you can do that, you will be ahead of a lot of people. And customer research, it's mostly reading testimonials. We read every testimonial that the business has. If the business has 1,000 testimonials, we read 1,000 of them. And we write out all the positive things that the clients mention, and we write out all the negative things. From the positive things, we can pull out angles that we can use in the ads. And if you see, all clients usually say X thing about our product. They really love this. And we see it mentioned the most times. We see that is most likely going to be one of the best ad angles. And we just write it out. From that, we already have 10, 20, even 30 angle ideas. So it's huge, like gold that you can get. And from negative things, you can just tell them to the client, okay, and see, okay, this is what you need to do in terms of business to improve your product. And these are the objections that we have to overcome. So that also comes in as another part of the ad. So this is a huge part, reading the testimonials of your company.
Yeah,
Then
there is the saying that you can't scale the shitty business, and that's what we want to understand from reading those reviews. We want to understand, is that a good business? Are people are using it, and is there everything okay from our side too? And if there is sometimes a situation where we write, yeah, but your product does this, and this problem, and if business tells, okay, I don't care, let's just sell it. I would say mostly we will not work with that kind of the business because it's not a long-term thinking.
Yeah, and it will not work 90% of the time with a shitty business. So yeah. And the next part is competitor research. We really go deep. We get a list of all the competitors that the client knows, and we gather all the competitors we know, and we go through as many testimonials as we can and write out the same things. And we identify, okay, maybe other clients can provide these things that are really important to the audience, but you don't provide them. Then we say to the business, okay, you need to include this. You need to think about how can you improve your product to hit all those points, to be better. And we see kind of cracks, and we see things on which we need to compete. We see things which other companies doesn't have, on which we need to push harder, and we get additional ideas for the angles. And also, we get like negative things that we can also, after showing comparison ads, we can see this is 5 reasons why we are better than X competitor. Of course, usually you won't say the exact competitor's name, but we will still play around that idea. And of course, we go through all of the competitor ads that we can find. We see here we look more at creative types. What types of creatives are working? Are there images? Are there videos? What kind of videos? And from this, we can usually see I have never seen when, for example, we see this market where there are a lot of players and they are getting really, really big sales with, they're running so many image ads. And then we launch image ads and they don't work. No. Usually what works for other competitors, the ad type, it usually works for us as well. I don't know why is that, but this is one thing that's really like, you need to copy. You cannot afford not to copy this, I would say. You need to do what's working in the industry. Of course, you need to test other concepts that people are not trying. You need to still test new things. But most of the times, it's a good guide to see competitors' ads. And
you start with the copying everything, and then you just implement your amazing ideas after that. But you start with that, making simple what works, copy that, and then after that, when you will create those copies, you will find the new ideas to become more and more creative.
Exactly. And then the last part, which is my favorite, is the offers. If you want, what we mean by the word offer, we mean what you get for the price you pay. And there is an amazing book that I recommend all of you to read. Actually, my friend Elvis has it on the table, so I'll show it. It's Alex Hormozi, $100 million offers. It's an amazing book. It's really cheap. You can order it on Amazon, and I don't know, it changed everything for me. It changed so many processes that we do inside our business. It improved so much. And basically in the book is a simple process of how you can make your product, your service more valuable, how you can charge more, and how you can get more sales. And it's really, really simple, but such a fundamental book every business owner needs to read. And we have kind of taken a process from this book, did a little bit of some tweaks, and every client that comes in, we take them through this process, and we are not running ads before we see that our offer is the best in the market, or at least very close. And we see what competitors are doing, and we comparing. If one of your competitors is doing the same thing that you are doing but for a smaller price, then your ads can be the best in the world, but you're not gonna scale. You're not gonna beat him. You need to have the best offer, and it's a simple thing that not a lot of people remember and do.
Yeah, it's harder than just launch and do. So it's harder to get there. So this is the huge part where we get all the angles, I think, for the first tests.
Yeah,
So
I would say this covers like first 2 or 3 months. We don't even need to do anything else. It just takes a lot of time to go through all of these ideas that we get from this. We usually don't even get to go through of them. It takes really a long time because there's so much you can test. And angle creation, the next part is where you just put a plan. Okay, this week we will test these 3 ideas. Next week we will test these 3 ideas. Then we see, okay, these 2 ideas worked. Then we create improvements and little tweaks on those ideas, launch them again. And yeah, from those angles, you create scripts. And that's another huge, I think we did a webinar on scripts where we told the
yeah, we have done
process.
almost on everything of this. We have done the separate webinars. So if you want to know more, just go to the YouTube our profile. There is lives, and in the start we talked about many of those things. And if you want to us make some more webinars about this, just write the comment, and we will make more information about this.
Yeah. Only thing I don't think we have covered is like the ad shoot itself and like the shooting process, but I think that we can cover later. And editing, there are some small things that we can share, how you can do that more effectively.
Yeah, but this is nice idea. Maybe we need to next time when we shoot ad for ourselves, we need to film the process how we made it happen. So this is good idea.
We could shoot a YouTube video where we just go through all of the process, like everything.
Yeah. So let's do. We need to shoot two new ads this week. I know already, and let's try to film it. So maybe we will post this video in next 2-3 weeks. I think this is nice content.
Yeah. And then comes the testing phase. That's like another, we can go deep in there, but there it's like a simple process. You test the angle, then you create the creative, and we have a separate system for testing creatives. Just a little bit more complicated, but yeah, we cannot cover it today. But
yeah, so this is the process you need to create. You need to create angles, you need to create the grips, you need to make content, you need to test them, you need to understand what works, what doesn't work, optimize on what works, so make new variations, this is more, I would say, in the long term, you need to understand in which step your people is not going through. Where is the problem? Like we have the first client right now in this week, we had a problem. We get a lot of registrations for event, what should be done there, but we don't have next step happen. So right now we optimize and add more and more marketing stuff between those 2 steps. And that's like, you need to always see overall where is the problem for your business, and you need to understand it from the funnel perspective. And then just repeat it, and you will make tons of money. And you can send some part of the money us. It's okay for us to just receive money to the accounts. So just ask for our accounts, we will send it to you. I think that was the main thing we wanted to show. If you want to know something more, or you want to get some more information from our side, just add a comment, write us to the. We have everywhere this Linktree link. There is all the information about us. We have homepage, so book a call with us. We can talk about content forever. I think this is what we have built it for years, and finally, it makes amazing results to everyone who works with us. I would say I can be arrogant and they tell that everyone. I think there hasn't been brand in the last 6 or 9 months where we has done content and it didn't work.
Yeah, only for I would say only exceptions would be clients who didn't follow through on this process, where we gave them steps what to do and they didn't do them, just simply didn't do them. For those it maybe didn't work, it didn't work so well. But for the people who have done this offer creation well, it works. It works.
I will add this book name on the live, so you have it if you are watching on record. So I would say for the future, start with our team's help. I think we are a good help for the brands to set up all those systems, to give away. I would say we are a company who is not holding anything on their side. So I know that there's many companies in marketing. If they have created the visuals, they are keeping them as their property and doing a lot of stuff which I think, or building their business account, which is their property, not the client's property. And that's bullshit, like biggest bullshit possible. So we are the open company, so we share all the processes. We give everything away to the clients. So this is how it should be done. So just do it, and then you can slowly implement that and do that on your own. All the content creation part and optimization part. I believe there is many conversations right now where this optimization part will go in the next future, but on the moment I can't see that clients is doing optimization on their own side, because it should be done by a professional media buyer who has experience in spending tons and tons of money, because in every stage you have different problems which can be solved by juniors, and that's a big problem for agencies, that they have in the media buying space the juniors, and they can't solve the problems and they can't scale, and that's a big thing. So yeah, we are open with all those processes, with everything we have. We are happy to share, as you see, the lives, everything, all the content. We try to give away maximum value, and one day we will scale this account to 1 billion followers, and they will be happy and will make much money from that. Like I'm telling much because it's not countable, so it's like so many that you can't count it. So that's the difference between much and many, because many you can count, much you can't count. You know that?
No, I didn't.
So today English lesson is one more thing we are making here, because we are learning to create the content in English, and every like, every engagement, everything from our followers, from you guys, is cool. So if you are listening this, and do that, drop some engagement. Artūrs, I think that was all. Maybe you want to add something, and we can finish this one.
No, I think that's it. I think we have so much more to share, and we can. I would love to create some video, some webinars where we go more into detail. We are ready to show everything. So if you ask some really specific things, how you do exact thing, we are happy to share. And yeah, we just we will have our own ideas. We will share new webinars. But if you have something you want to see specifically, right now we don't have so many viewers, and that's why we can create we will see your question. Maybe in 1 year of time you will not get this chance, where you get the webinar created for you for your question. But right now you have the chance, and I would say use it.
Yeah, we will do that one for at least 1 year, And yeah, after 1 year, 100% you will not chance to get any specific question webinar made around your question. So if you will see something interesting, we will 100% react to that. And thank you everyone today. I think it was a good session. Let's continue Thursday with our weekly webinar where we go through news, through store analytics and learnings. That's something we are sharing too. And yeah, next week I think we have a new guest. About that we will tell later. So just subscribe to all our channels and be the first who know the news. So that's all for today from my side.
Thank you. It was great fun.
Yeah,
Bye.
thanks as always. Bye.